One is produced by the soil, soil material. Okay, so this is the natural source. Okay, so this nitrous oxide, okay, also called dinitrogen monoxide. Okay, you might also name it. So this is a common name. Okay, this is common name. This is systematic name. You might also call it dinitrogen monoxide. Okay, so this will react with oxygen. Okay, react with the atom oxygen. So this atom oxygen actually from ozone and form nitric oxide, or nitrogen monoxide. Okay, and then the NO then react with ozone to form nitrogen dioxide. And the same as sulfur dioxide, okay, is anthropogenic sources also from the combustion processes. It's account for 64%. For example, like from vehicles, from power plants, from industrial burners, okay. For example, like from vehicle, okay, the oil vehicle, the fossil fuel vehicle, from power plant, and from industrial burning, from industrial burning. Okay, next, let's see some significance of nitrogen oxide. Okay, so it's a principal precursor component of photochemical smoke. Okay, so smoke form. This smoke form under of course with nuts, okay. Nuts. Let me write down this. Formed by nuts plus VOC, volcanic organic compounds, and also the sunlight. And just like sulfur dioxide, it is also a component of acetylene. Okay, so nuts can be oxidized to the nitric group at NOx3 minus in atmosphere. And this nitric group react with moisture, which means water, and form nitric acid. Okay, so now we know the nuts is not intentionally diffused. Okay, it formed accidentally at high temperatures. High temperature combustions of atmospheric nitrogen. You okay? So this slide shows you the. So I gotta call this. I didn't put name on this slide, but I gotta call this photochemical cycle. Or you might call this smoke chemistry. Or you might call this smoke chemistry. Okay? So step one, let's put 1 here. Step one, the sunlight break down the nitrogen dioxide. Okay, the sunlight break down the nitrogen dioxide into NO and into NO plus O. Let me write down here. So step one, nitrogen dioxide break down by sunlight. So H mu is sunlight and becomes NO plus O. The oxygen atoms, free radical. And let's call this 2. Let's call this 2. So, number 2, the oxygen atom, or oxygen free radical, react with oxygen and form ozone. Okay, oxygen react and form ozone. Okay, so as we just mentioned, right? We need sunlight. We need sunlight. We need nitrous. Okay, we need nitric acid. And number 3, ozone might react back. Okay, this is step 3. The ozone might react back. Okay, so ozone react back. NO react with ozone. Becomes NO2 plus oxygen. So it keeps cycling. So number 4, those volcanic organic compound, right? Like alkanes, right? Number 4. So RH compounds react with oxygen. Actually, this is pretty right. And becomes free radical. Free radicals plus OH. And number 5, our free radicals react with oxygen becomes RO2 free radical. And we know free radical is very unstable. It's very reactive. Number six. So RO2 free radical react with NO. So become RO free radical plus NO2. So it's keep going. Okay? So those volcanical VOC, those volatile organic compounds react to form the free radicals, like RO2, like RO. And if this continues, it's going to build up the smoke. Okay, so H stands for the hydrocarbons. Okay, everyone okay? Everyone okay? Okay, so this is from test 3. Okay, this is the interactions of hydrocarbons with atmospheric nitrogen oxide for the Lykic cycle. Oh, easily I would call this photochemical cycles, or smoke chemistry. How smoke build up in this system. Okay? Okay, next one is atmospheric chemistry. We already mentioned this a lot. So either this sulfur dioxide or NOx react with water. We call this hydration. Becomes sulfuric acid or nitric acid. Okay, let's move on to the particulate pollutant. Okay, the PM. Okay, particulate pollutant. So, which means it's so the PM is very tiny. Most people think they just include solid. No. The definition of particulate matters not just include solid, also include liquid. Not gas. Not just solid, also include liquid. I'm sorry, it's too much. Okay, this tiny solid liquid particles in air, because it's light, it's tiny, it's light. You're gonna float in the air, and you will not stink. Okay, the main source is due to, number one, due to combustions. So it will generate the size from 0.05 to 200 micrometers. Okay, also from the power plants, from vehicle, okay, the fossil fuel type, not the electric type. Okay, and forest fire, and natural or enhanced matters from sea salts or from soil dust. Okay, sea salt is smaller. Okay, or even from mechanical eruptions. Okay, for example, like constructions. 建造的时候会产生一些灰尘，all the road dust。So how can we think, or you might consider remove? So what's the strategy for us to remove them? Okay. So the small particles we can let them attach to water. Okay, which means they can be removed by rain. So attach to water. So this is attach. This means attach. Attach to water. Okay, by rain. So okay. So every time after heavy rain, you might feel the air is so fresh, right? Okay. Think about this. After heavy rain, okay, when you go outside, you might feel air fresh because the rain help you to remove those dust, those particulate matter. Or washed out by the falling particle, for example, like due to gravity. But it should be larger. For the smaller ones, you're gonna browse in the air. Dry deposition, which means settle onto surface. And what's the impact to human? I already mentioned again and again. Okay. Those tiny particles are going to enter your lung, and it got ability to penetrate very deep. Okay. So what's the size? Okay, let's see the size of particulate matters. Okay, so this is a human hair. For one human hair, the size is about 50 to 70 micrometer, right? But you can see the PM10 just like this. Okay? Oh, sorry, this is PM 2.0. Okay, the blue one is PM10, and the pink one is PM 2.5. Understand? All right. Okay. Okay. Let's move on to here. So the one combined with the PN combined with sulfur dioxide. Okay, we can call it sulfate. We can call it sulfate aerosol. Okay, and particulate matter combined with nuts. Okay, we can call it nitrate aerosol. So aerosol means it's not pure air. It's not pure air. It's air with some particles. So we call it aerosols. Aerosols. 下礼拜是江伟宏老师要来旁听课，问题主要表现好。So next week, the Professor Wei Hong Jiang, Professor Wei Hong Jiang will come to audit our class. Okay, it's a policy of university. Okay, they just ask professor to audit another professors in my course. Okay, and we get $5,000 for that. And I'm gonna use this $5,000 to buy pizza for you, for everyone. Okay? Okay, let's finish this up. Okay, the sand is come from the combustion of fossil fuels. Burning. Okay, from vehicles. Okay. And I already mentioned this, right? The aerosols. Okay. The particulate matter with sulfur dioxide is called sulfate aerosols. Okay. And particulate matter with NOx is called nitrate aerosols. Okay. So largely from the coal-fired power plants, and auto and diesel. The diesel vehicle used to be very popular in Europe, okay, and even in Taiwan. Once very popular, about 10 or 15 years ago. Okay, I used to have a diesel car, okay, because it is more. I would say it's more economical. Okay, it's more economical, but it produced the air pollution problems. Okay, so now the diesel vehicle is not that popular now. Okay, the sands. Okay, it will cause the heart and lung disease, and also weakens our immune system. Okay, and the patient with the lung or heart disease will be more vulnerable. 脆弱. Okay. And if this is just a simple particulate matter, it's fine. But the problem is those particulate matter always associate with chemicals. Okay? For example, like as I just mentioned, the foam always associate with those chemicals to form sulfate aerosols or the nitrate aerosols. Understand? Okay, finish this up as soon as possible. I gotta move on. Okay, finish. Okay, this shows the map. Okay, from the journal article. Okay, show you some series. Okay, the particulate matters now is very serious and is a concern for people's health around the world. around the world. Okay, next. So the A is this is North America. The A is North America. This is North America. Or maybe just America, because this is Canada. Yeah, just America. Just US. Okay, America, including the US and the South America. Okay, so this is North and South America. North America and South America. And the red one means high motility. High motility, which means more deaths. The red one means high motility, which means more deaths due to particular matters. Okay? And B is Europe. Okay, Europe. And C is Asia. C is Asia. So you can see North America and Europe. Okay, North America in euros. Okay, they are moderate impact. And in Asia, especially like China and India, okay, they are high impact. Okay, they have high impact on particular matters. Okay, the reason is the reason they have high impact on particular matters because due to high population. Due to three reasons. First, high population. So this should be moderate. Okay, the blue one even better. Okay. The blue one is low. So this broadly red, this is high. Okay, it's due to high population density. High industrialization. High industrialization. Okay, and because of these two reasons, right, they're gonna have high coal use and traffic emission. Reasonable, right? Reasonable. Okay, next I want to show this the so-called, guys, to finish, the so-called AQI. Okay, in Taiwan, we use AQI. Okay, AQI stands for air quality index. Okay, AQI stands for air quality index, which is the number that represents how polluted the area is. Okay, some country, for example, like Taiwan, we use AQI, to indicate the quality of air every day. Okay. So if the number from 0 to 50, which means the quality, the air quality is good, especially like after heavy rain for several days, the air quality will become very good. And also during the funny thing is during the COVID-19, the air is pretty good, pretty fresh. Not just in Taiwan, in all the countries, because everyone stay at home. Okay, so if you see the purple, purple, sometimes we say spot, right? Purple explosions, purple. Then that means the air is pretty poor. The air quality is pretty poor. It's very dangerous to go out. And even go to this color. I don't know. It's like bronze. All the deep, just like the deeper, deeper red, 干红色. But this gonna be very dangerous. So if you see the news say that today's AQI is more than 300. Okay, if you see the news say today's AQI is more than 300, please don't go out. Okay, even more than 200, please don't go out. Okay. So how to calculate AQI? Let me show you how to calculate this. So this is the formula. Okay. So this is formulas. So the I here stands for input. Okay, the I here stands for input. And LO here stands for low, so which means less. HI stands for high, so which means greater. So AQI LO and AQI HI, which means the maximum value and minimum value and maximum value. Okay, let's see these questions. Okay. So how we calculate this? Okay, let me give one example first. Okay, let me see this example first. Okay, for instance, suppose you have 8-hour ozone value. 0. Just make it 0.78. Just make this, okay. The question here gives us, and truncate the value. 45度的，是哦，无条件锁区。Truncate the value 0.078. Then refer 8 hours in the table 2, but we don't have table 2. Okay? So it falls below the value. Yes. Okay. It's around 0. It's around 0. Okay. So this value is from table 2, but we don't have table 1. It's from 0.071 to 0.0885. So it's within this range. So this is the greater. Okay. Greater or equal. And this is less. Okay, so put 0.75 to here. Put 85 to here. Put 0.71 to here. Right? And 0.75 value fall within less. Okay, the AQI fall into less. So put 150 to here. Put 101 to here. Okay? So then use 0.78 minus 0.071. Okay? And plus the lowest AQI value 101. So we got 126. We got 126. So 126 is here, is great. So, oh no, I'm sorry. 126 is 126 is here. So it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy, but if you have something to do, something important to do, you might go out. But remember, wear a mask. Okay? Okay, let's do one more. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, this one you can hear. So this question, we have PM 2.5. The concentration is 12. Okay? So we have this table. We have this table. So the index S value, PM 2.5. Okay, so 12 minus 0, 50 minus 0. 12 minus 0. Starting from 0, so this is 50. This is 50. So the air quality is pretty good. Okay. The air quality is pretty good. You might go out and enjoy the sunshine. And you don't need to wear a mask. Understand? So this is the way how to calculate the air quality index. How to calculate air quality. We use this in Taiwan. We use this index a lot. Maybe not in other countries, but just for some country, they use this AQI. In Taiwan, we use this a lot. So every day you might check the AQI from the weather bureau. Okay, weather agency of Taiwan. Understand? For example, like, let me check the AQI today. So the AQI today in Taiwan, okay? You might check this. So you might check this from the Ministry of Environment. Okay. Okay, student, you might check AQI of Taiwan every day, okay? So it's about yellow, okay, yellow, and it's green in the eastern of Taiwan. And in the western of Taiwan, normally it's yellow, okay, yellow. So yellow is moderate, okay, the air quality is moderate. It's okay, it's fine, okay. So it's around like 70, the average is around like 78. Okay, in Taiwan it's about 78. But as you can see, even in Taiwan, in different area, okay, in different area, you're gonna have different AQI. For example, like Yilan. Okay, have you guys been to Yilan? Yilan is a very beautiful place. Okay, lots of people like to go to Yilan. You can see the air quality of Yilan or Hualien or Taitung is really good. Okay, if you have chance before you leave Taiwan, you might visit the east side of Taiwan. The sightseeing is pretty good, really beautiful. Okay, we finished this. Let's have a 10-minute short break. Then please go to Moodle or online group to download the air pollution tube. Okay? So now it's 3:05. There's a short break until 3:15. Okay? Okay, you might go anywhere. Please come back.今天要坐车的人是谁？我。你们两个要吗？要摘选吗？好。要坐车的来吗？你要。不行 ，Thank you。等一下猜哦。好。
你在保障。
哦 ，Gentlemen。难怪有学妹喜欢你。
我那个不是，那个
绅士公主。
那个只是叫我传很诡异的照片。他叫我传那个腋毛照片。不方便保护官司。
就是我觉得我严重怀疑他这边盗版号。他看起来是一个蛮正经的，而且长得蛮漂亮的。
是真保障。
他在跟你讲这种话，你是真的了。
那我反而不希望太多人。
他在你面前没有那个做那个放片子。
你要不要去租一台巴士？我感觉大家很需要你的
收发就好。
那你们不如租这么校车回去就好。那我要变成校车司机。
好问题。还是我开车就有那个很久。
你开什么车？你要开车载我吗？
对啊。
开你的车吗？
你的车。你会开车吗？就。